What's up, everyone? Again, my name is Larry, and today we are going to be listening to Paramore's new song, Running Out of Time. Paramore just released their new album, and I'm super stoked to listen to it. I love their first two songs, and I've been a Paramore fan since 2005, and I've loved pretty much all of their albums, so I can't wait to hear this new one, so let's check it out. Got Haley. All you music lovers know that feeling of having writer's block, trying to figure things out.
Said I was gonna take some flowers to my neighbor, but I ran out of time.
Interesting.
Didn't wanna show up to the party empty-handed, but I ran out of time.
Oh, I like this.
Said I walked the dog a little further than the driveway tonight. The extra mile.
It's funky. Turn it up a little bit.
Intentions only get you so far. What if I'm just a selfish prick? No regard. I'm always running out of time.
Oh man, this is funky. I love how it still keeps the Paramore sound, but it gets that funk to it. Yeah, man. I'm digging this. This is 3 for 3 for Paramore for me. The choruses that they have too, I've noticed they're not overcomplicated, but they're hooky. Like This Is Why wasn't really complicated, but it was hooky. This is I'm Always Running Out of Time, it's really hooky. They do it in a good way. And Haley's vocals on point as always. And they're going to get better. The guitars, man, have stepped up too. Haley always with the cool hairstyles.
Haley, are you ready?
Yeah, sorry.
That was great. A few things I want to speak about. The one thing that I feel Haley is really overlooked with is the fact that she's still so young and she's done so much in her career already, not just as a Paramore, but her solo career. I personally haven't heard a lot of her solo stuff, but the stuff that I have heard was good. But I mean, when you look at, you know, some of the first music, obviously a lot of us came into the fandom of Paramore with Misery Business as myself, because I was at the time listening to rock and metal, and then all of a sudden Fall Out Boy and Paramore came around, and I'm like, what is this, you know? But one thing that I really respect is when Paramore first came out, Haley was so young, and she has grown. She was one of the best women front women, is that the word? In all of music when it comes to women in bands, and now like she's just on another level. Like I feel she is overlooked as being one of the greatest front head, I don't know the terminology, but I guess you could say the best leading women in a band ever. Like, she's so good. And that's not discrediting any of the other members of the band, because the guitars are like, have stepped up. They've always had good guitars and catchy guitars, but a lot of it, you know, power chords, you know, heavy rhythmic power chords and so forth, just like pop punk and, you know, emo rock, whatever you want to call it is. But they really stepped up with the funk kind of stuff, you know. I remember when, even though it's still completely different spectrums, but I remember when Bruno Mars came out, you know, and he was singing, you know, just the way you are, kind of like the normal kind of pop radio stuff. And then when he really started picking things up, he started doing that funky stuff, you know, and that's what he found his identity. And I feel Paramore just finds a new piece of their identity with like every album. You know, their last album at first, you know, like Hard Times came out, and I was like, oh, it's okay, you know, it's not anything crazy, but it grew on me because it was a different sound. And I was younger back then, and you know, when you're younger, when we get in that mode of, oh, they're changing their sound and they're trying to sell out and and it's like, it doesn't even matter as long as the music is good. And this song is great.